talking about trying to encourage bright young women to come into politics, women who I thought would have a good contribution to make. The difficulties were great, and the most difficult thing of all to persuade them about was what is referred to sometimes as the gutter politics, dirty politics. And I would say to them every time, you don't have to be part of that if you don't want to be. From my very first campaign, I laid my rules down. I was never going to be canvassing in rum shops, and my constituency was the city of Bridgetown, which had smallest constituency in all of Barbados, but it had more rum shops per square foot than any other, because of the fact that it was the capital of the country. And I made it clear I do not drink, and I cannot see the usefulness of campaigning in a rum shop. There are a whole host of things that I laid down as my basic rulings, but perhaps one of the most important was the platform, and this was a by-election, and it was the first time I'm going to the platform, and I said, the one thing I will not have on my platform is personal invective, personal abuse, and that includes men and women. I will not tolerate it. First meeting, very senior member of the party deliberately got into that. That was his style. And he used really quite unacceptable language, and it was very abusive. I did not like it. And when he got down off the platform, I went up to him very quietly and I said, you know, you've disobeyed my basic rule. You will never again speak on my platform. And I stuck to that until the day he died. He never was allowed to speak on my platform again. I spoke about it so that people understood I was deadly serious. So you can, what I say to these young women, and even some not so young, you can set your own rules. I was determining what kind of parliamentarian I wanted to be, what kind of politician I wanted to be, what kind of representative I wanted to be. And amazingly, or perhaps not so amazingly, the voters accepted that. And they knew my rules. So that sometimes you'll be setting up a platform and there'd be some language used, you know, and somebody might be heard to say, well, you know, Miss Min ain't putting up with that. So I have tried in so many ways, because it's so critically important that we have more women in Parliament. And I'm afraid that the whole concept of media abuse, the social media now included in that, turns a lot of women off. The fact that you may not be able to afford to do it, the fact that, you know, there's a party machinery through which you must move to get clearance, so to speak. They didn't think that those were obstacles that they couldn't negotiate, but the gutter politics just turns good, decent, right-thinking, bright women off. And a few men too, if I may say so.